Hello and welcome to another Cliff Reviews Arts House. This time I'm reviewing the film We Live in Time, directed by John Crowley. So this is a romance about a man and a woman, Almut, played by Florence Pugh, and Tobias, played by Andrew Garfield. It's a love story and it's got happy and really sad elements to it. I think it is interesting to see this film with no knowledge of it. It's a jigsaw puzzle, and at the start it jumps between time periods and we're never quite sure the time of what we're seeing. I've read a few reviews, so I did understand the device that I was going to see, and it didn't take me long to start piecing the pieces together. The jumps are often quite ambiguous. It's really not always clear. But it works really well and it definitely all comes together in the end. The critics have given this okay reviews, that it's a solid film. No one says that it's standout or exceptional. Robbie Collin in The Telegraph, though, he gave it 1 out of 5 stars. He called it a lumbering film and he said that Pugh and Garfield have little or no chemistry. So I went in with quite low expectations, but I really enjoyed it. It's interesting how much Robbie Collin disliked it. Sometimes I can really turn against a film that everyone else loves, and I think that that can be to do with the mood that I'm in. It must be something like this for Robbie. There's no way that this is a 1 out of 5 film. This definitely isn't the most original film, but it's solid enough, and the 2 main actors make it very special. I love these actors. Garfield and Pugh are totally convincing, and it really felt like an authentic relationship. It felt like a real chemistry between them. I became invested in the characters and what was happening to them. I never felt this film was over sentimental, which it easily could have been, but it was moving at times, especially the birth scene. There is sadness in the film as well. We learn early on that Pugh's character has cancer, and this is really well handled. It's never melodramatic, or it never turns into a tearjerker. There were a few times in the film when I felt it had tinges of almost turning into a Richard Curtis style film. I think particularly Tobias's dad was like a Richard Curtis character, but there were only hints of this. On the whole, this felt more authentic than a Curtis movie overall. One small criticism of this film is the product placement in it. There's 2 really clunky product placements for Weetabix and Jaffa Cakes, and I think this is totally unnecessary. There's no relevance to the story. It kind of jars and it just feels a bit unnecessarily tacky. This film definitely isn't outstanding, but it's really solid, it's well made, and it's an entertaining story about love in the face of tragedy. You get a sense from the film that time is like a stream, that it never stops, and that that's where we live. We never arrive anywhere. And then we look back, we remember things in fragments. We Live in Time is a title with a bit of depth, I think. I'm not saying that this film is really deep, but it is an interesting reflection on love, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.